Face value notes. Okay, so face value is the value of the actual digit, right? Like here we're looking at, a 4 or a 6 or an 8 or a 1 or a 2. Okay, so that's the face value. The face value of the 4-digit is 4. Okay, but the place value is what place is the digit in. Okay, so here's a decimal. This is the ones place, and then the tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. And like once you get up to 100, it starts over, right? So it's ones, tens, hundreds. And then this is the thousands, and then like the ones of thousands. So the thousands, and then the 10,000s, and the 100,000s, and it starts over again at millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. And then it starts over at billions, then 10 billions, then 100 billions, and then trillions, and then 10 trillions, and 100 trillions, and so on. Okay? So we're looking at if you look at any of these numbers, if like I'm looking at the 3, the face value is 3, right? Now you can write that as a number 3, or you can write it the word THREE. Okay, but its place value it's in the hundreds. Okay, so this is 2, its place value is in the thousands. Okay, so just like that. So this is 6, its place value is in the 10 millions. The face value of this digit is 4, and it's in the 100 millions. And that's it for place value and face value. Let's look at some examples. What is the place value of the indicated digit? So we just have to say what the place is. Now, these ones don't have decimals, so we don't have to worry about that. So this is the ones. The next one is the 10. So it's ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay, so that's going to be the tens. Okay, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So the 4 is going to be in the thousands. Okay, you can't hear that, so. So what is the place value of the indicated digit? We're looking at the 8, and it's in the ones place. So you heard the right ones.
I said yeah. I said oh yeah.
Ones place. Ones place. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So we start at the decimal point. If there's no decimal point, it's the number to the right, okay, the rightmost number, and that's the ones. The next one beside it, going towards the left, is going to be the tens, and then the hundreds, then the thousands, then the 10,000s. Okay, so let's look at an example of face value, which is the very easy level. So here we are. So we have place value, more place values, and face values. Face value is crazy easy. You just write in what the number is. Okay, so the face value of the 5 is 5. Okay, so whether you write it as the number 9 or as the word 9, that's all you have to do. And either is fine. Some people like it to be written as the place value of the 1 is 1. I think in math you should just write the actual number because we are super lazy and we want to get away from words as much as possible, but sometimes words are important, so either one is fine. So this you can write it as 8, this or you can write it as 4, or as 4. Okay, but that's really all we want is just what digit is it. So the face value is like what you see is what you get. Like what's its face? Its face is showing me a 4. It's a 4. Okay? And that's that. Let's go and look at place value. So place value. What's the place value of the indicated digit? We have 67. Okay, so what place is this? Well, we want to go to the decimal point, which is right here. It's always at the end of the number. Okay, so just after the 7, there's a little decimal point. We just don't see it because we only write it if we actually have decimal places. And we don't in this case. So you go to this. The first one is the ones, and then the one just over on the left is going to be the tens, and then the hundreds, and the thousands, and the 10,000s, and 100,000s. Okay, as we saw before. So this is just going to be the ones place. And this is going to be the ones, tens place. Okay, this is the ones. The next one beside it is the tens. So if you get stuck, often you can just recognize them right away. If you get stuck, always start with the ones and then count your way up. So goes here. Ones. Okay, so it goes ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, billions, 10 millions, 100 billions, and so on, okay? And then it goes in the opposite direction for the decimals, and we'll look at that on another video. So this is ones, this is thousands. So as I said before, you can recognize them most often, but if you get stuck and you're not sure, just start with the ones. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay. Tens, so nothing too challenging. Ones, tens, hundreds. Make sure you spell it correctly. Okay, ones. Actually. All right, so for the decimals, once again, you start at your decimal point. Okay, so this is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay, but on the opposite side, okay, on the opposite side of the ones, on this side of the ones, you have tens. On the opposite side, you have tenths. Okay, so that's tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, millionths. Okay, and we're going to look at the reason why we call these tenths, hundredths, thousandths. But for here, we're just going to be seeing how to get the answer quickly. Okay, so this is a tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, millionths. So it goes much in the same direction. It's just you put a THS at the end of it. Okay, so this is tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Like that. Okay, so ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So if it's on the left of the, if we're looking at a number, a place on the left of the decimal place, okay, it's ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Okay, on the right, they end in THS, okay, because they're fractions. These are the fractional parts. Okay, this is tenths, hundredths.
I said, yeah. I said, oh, yeah.
All right, if we go over here, you can see we're looking at tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millionths, and then 10 millionths, 100 millions, billions, and so on. It keeps going forever and ever. And that's place value and face value. Let's go and do a couple more examples. Okay, ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, notice the hundreds is in the third decimal place to the right of to the left of the decimal. It's like 1, 2, 3. But the hundredths is in the second to the left of the decimal, to the right of the decimal. Tenths, hundredths. Okay? So tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths.